Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. What is that? Make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you press on that bell so you know when I next do a video. I upload on Wednesdays and Sundays. We do from story times to hauls to DIYs to gaming. We do Cambridge journey videos, shopping vlogs. I do weekly vlogs. I do a bit of everything. I don't know, like I would get bored if I did the same thing, because a lot of people have been asking me, why can't you just stick to weight loss? Why can't you just stick to this? I'm a human being. Humans aren't supposed to like just one thing, you know. Guys, if you are subscribed to my channel and also you press on the notification bell, you know that I always update my community page. So it's normally filled with voting polls for what you guys want next. And obviously you guys voted for the story time of when I got spiked. So if you're living in the UK, spiked means someone has drugged your drink in a public place, bar, or this is basically medical abuse. Make them unconscious and not knowing what they're doing, and you know what happens next in these sort of situations. I was so lucky to get out of this situation. I was so lucky that I was a boulder. Guys, after June, when all the clubs and that are open, if you notice your friend is out of the ordinary, can't feel her legs, or it's just like out of her face within seconds, please just make sure that you take them home, because they could have been spiked. And if you leave them and get frustrated with them, that could lead to someone to sexually abuse them, sexually exploit them, and totally ruin their life. I just like to do my story time so that everyone can like laugh at them and learn from them, you know. If it comes to a point where you're feeling a weird sensation in your legs after drinking something and it just doesn't taste right, or if you're starting to get drunk really fast, like alarmingly fast, tell someone, tell the bouncer and say, hey, I think someone's touched my drink. They will get you out of there, I promise you. You know, but then you sort of like push it in the back of your head. You think, oh, why would someone spike my drink? Or you think, why would they do that? You know, like that's exactly what I kept thinking in my head the next morning. Why would they do that to me? It happens very fast, I do understand that. And when you've had quite a bit to drink, you don't really feel it that much until it's too late. So guys, if you're starting to feel a bit like this, just please go and tell someone. Let's get started with the story time now, shall we? People who spike drinks should be shot. Because when I got spiked, I was so ill for like a week. I don't know what they put in. Probably a cow tranquilizer.
Hey, that's not going to bring her down. Get cow tranquilizer. Go on. Yeah, that one will be great.
It was a night in a place called Romford. So in Essex, it's like one of those party places to go to. And I went to a bar called Liquid. Now mind you, it's shut down now, you can't find it anywhere. The footage of some of the guys that were suspects to have this stuff, because it wasn't just me, it was multiple people after that were having the same problem as me. They found them on the camera and I think it went to the police. I didn't really want to hear from it after that. I didn't want to get involved in it anymore. I just wanted to get the call, you know. Yeah, so we went to that nightclub like literally every weekend because it was like friendly. It was an easy place to go to. You know, it was cheap as chip. My parents went travelling. I shared this house with one of my friends. I'm going to call her Michaela. So obviously me and Michaela were getting ready here. We felt good. Another girl came along. I'm going to call her Louise. We get into the cab and I felt fine. I felt great. Queued up to get into this nightclub. We go in, we pay. Good thing about it is the staff in there knew who me and Michaela and Louise and that were. They knew us and we're regulars, you know. And it's really hard to talk about. When you go through this, it just freaks you out because you just think. I told my friends this after. Like, that's how they felt. They felt off. You went to the toilets and we thought we was never going to see you again. I felt good. I felt safe. And we were all just having like a good giggle. It was like a grand staircase. And I don't know whether it was like a bingo place or it was like a theatre or something. I don't know. But like, it'd be interesting to find out because it's such a cool, weird building. In my area, we can't really go anywhere else but like Romford or something because I live in the middle of nowhere. And unless you want to go London, you either get that train at 11 PM. or you are. I feel a bit breathless talking about it because it does freak me out. I think they were trying to spike one of the other girls. Sit on the table because they know us. They go, no one's taking it. Do you want to take it? We're like, yeah. We sat down and there wasn't anyone really there yet. But bearing in mind, right, I hadn't had a drink yet. I had probably one like small little beer on the bus to get to the nightclub because obviously we had to take 2 buses to get to the nightclub. That's how far away I am from these kind of places. Yeah, so back in them days in the UK, it was legal to actually drink on the bus. So we'd have like a couple of little cheeky drinks and stuff, and oh, it was just good times. I was in a horrific state. Like, I don't know what they put in me. And I probably should have gone hospital, but bitch didn't, okay? She was stupid back then. So, we're sitting on this table, and we're all chatting and laughing. There's about 5 or 6 of us. Yeah, so we're sitting on this table, and I just, all of a sudden, just get a really weird, eerie feeling. Like, you know when I always say I get weird feelings? Everyone I know, if I say I have a weird feeling about something, everyone runs. Get out the building. It's now come to about 11 o'clock now, and it's starting to get busier. There's people downstairs starting to dance on a little dance floor. So it's basically, we're on a balcony, and then it goes back down into a staircase again, and then there's the dance floor across, like, downstairs. And we were just sitting on the table laughing, and I still just kept having a really weird, eerie feeling. It's a little bit later, now it's coming to about 11:30 to midnight. I just keep feeling that I'm being watched. I know it sounds really stupid, and a lot of people are gonna, like, think this is me being stupid. But generally, I did keep feeling that someone was watching me. I kept turning around, and Michaela was like, "What's wrong with you? Are you okay? You're not enjoying yourself. What's the matter?" And I said, "I don't know. I feel a little bit weird." And I thought it just could have been like a little bit of my anxiety or something or whatever. Coming towards midnight now, and then I notice when I say the mafia. You could look at them from a mile away and immediately predict that they're from a mafia, because these men were scary. They are sitting on the table behind us, so we're like opposite to each other, but we're like back to back, so none of the girls can see them. But I just had a really horrible feeling. I was an idiot. I didn't listen to my instincts. It stopped me from dying. One of the guys comes to the table, and you can tell they are scarred. They've done some bad, they've done some horrible thing. They're Russian, Romanian, that kind of accent, okay? So whenever I say Russians or anything like that, I'm not out just like to get out to Russians, okay? I know everyone's getting a little bit sensitive at the moment, and I don't bloody blame them, to be honest. You could tell most of them have murdered their family. So this one comes behind from me and Michaela. So I personally think he was trying to spike Michaela, and he was so on coke, it was unreal. I think, okay, if you want to do that, that's your life, that's your body, that's your vessel. You want to do that to your vessel, that's fine by me. The minute I heard that rustle of his voice, it just gets to me. I can remember it so vividly. This voice was so haunting. It sounded like he got it from the Grim Reaper. He probably was the Grim Reaper. He tried to kill me. Nevertheless, let's go on with this story time video. I'm like looking at Michaela. I don't like this guy. He's like asking random questions, saying, "How old are you? How tall are you?" I thought, and they're like, "Where do you come from? Do you live at home?" Where my friends at the time should have seen it as a red flag, but obviously by then they were a little bit loose. Where it really freaks me out, because it was the fact that these guys, they were coming around us. They were like observing the girls. They weren't even trying to talk to the girls or anything. I think they were trying to pick what ones they wanted. I don't know, to kidnap or something. Not grooming, but something like that. They really kept looking at my friend Michaela and my friend Louise, and then another one, and that was really frightening me. You do get some drunk men that come up to you. They, you know, they try it, and then, you know, you laugh it off, and you go, "Oh, have a nice evening." This one scarred me for life. I hate men. This is why, one of the reasons. This is where I started to really panic. Another girl that was there at the time, I think she was a friend of the girls from work, and she didn't feel easy. She said, "I feel really uneasy as well. I don't feel easy at all." And it come to a point where my friend was walking to the toilet. Every time she was walking into the bathroom, there'd be like 2 that stand up from their table, from the dude's table, and like really watch where they're going. And when she'd come back, they'd come up to her and go,
"Are you leaving? Where are you going? Are you going in taxi? Do you want to come in our car?"
Like, you know, red flag, red flag. Khloe should have left. Khloe should have grabbed all her girls by the hair and left, but no. Khloe was an idiot. Why? So this is where I wish I had a Sabrina, the teenage witch ass moment, and gone up out my body and looked down and gone, "What are you doing? Leave. Leave." I was staying with them because I was scared. Now I've had a few drinks, so this is where it starts to get a little bit tits up. It comes to a point where my legs feel like they're like going numb, and I'm like going like that to it. You know when sometimes you get like numb legs, don't you, and you hate that, and you get pins and needles at your legs, and you get off the sofa and it's the worst feeling in the world. That's what it felt like. So I thought, oh, it's because I'm wearing stilettos, I've been here for a few hours. I get up and I immediately have to sink back into my seat. I had no control of my legs. What's going on here? This is not right. The girls had gone down dancing. I didn't feel very well. I stayed there. I started to feel a bit more lightheaded, and I blamed it on the booze. No, it was the damn pill one of these put into my drink and made me sick for a whole week. What did I do to you? Of course, these dudes are watching me. They're watching me like, you know. So I'm texting my boy at the time. That's another story time. It's on my channel somewhere, I think. I'm texting him. I'm like, are you coming in here? I'm begging him. Can you bring your mates in here? And he's going, what's the matter with you? It was probably some other girl, to be honest. I just wanted a dude to come in. If a guy friend comes in and I knew that I'd feel a bit safer. Just the voice of this man made me feel so uncomfortable. It still does to this day. This happened when I was like 18, 19. This was like 12 years ago. And I still taking away all the faith I have left of men until these came and spiked me. I didn't feel good. I went to the toilet and I threw up. Got up and then I felt fine for a minute. Got back onto the table. No one else was there. One of the girls come up and just sat there for a minute and gone back down. She was trying to pull a dude or whatever. And I'm like, chilling. Chilling more than what I normally would at this kind of situation. There was part of my mind that was fighting to think, no. Khloe, no. Then there was another one where it was just chill. It was really bizarre. So this is where Khloe should have thought, leave. I think these dudes were like waiting for it to take full effect because they were like sitting there just watching me. They were watching me and then when I turned him around they were like really watching me. There's something not right here. I'm not just crazy. And then it's like as though my knees gave up on me. My legs were so numb. They were like jelly. And all I remember was slamming onto the toilet bar, like the toilet seat. But these toilets were like really long. They went for miles. Whenever I was banging on the door for like calling for help, the girls were just giving me a toilet roll, which was nice of them, but that's not what I wanted. Don't know what was going on. So of course my mates were texting me, but at this point, all of a sudden, I just lost sense to even going in my phone. Bouncer eventually comes to the toilet. She knocks and she's like really gentle. I think she knew roughly what was going on there because like, again, she was one of those bouncers that you talked to and joked with and I'm crying now. I get into this really weird emotional state. She said, are you okay? Have you taken something? I don't remember much after that. All I kept saying to her was, I can't feel my legs. My right arm was really floppy. It was bizarre. But there was a part of my body as well that was fighting whatever I've taken off, if that makes sense. Whatever I've taken, whatever's in me, there's a part of my body and a part of my mind that was fighting it. Luckily, I could just turn on my left-hand side and do the lot. Bouncer comes in. What I remember is her and this other bouncer, big bouncer, got me by my dead arm. But this is where it starts to get really strange. They walked me outside and I can't remember where the girls went. Another one was really ill. It's so heartbreaking and it's so sad, infuriating that a guy would feel that's okay to get a girl medically morbid. If they're on their own, they would rape them, take them home, or do God knows what with them, and then mum will never know where they are. And that's what made me so upset the next day, because I just was like, this group was gone. This group was gone. You evil little pricks. You evil, evil men. They could have gone to someone that's younger on their own. They wouldn't have gone back home, and their mum wouldn't know where they were. And that's what's so... Now I kind of laugh at it because I've been through it, I've experienced it, but what you've got to realise is this happens all the time and a lot of people don't get home, okay? And that's what's frightening. You guys don't realise how common that happens. So of course I remember getting home and this cab driver was so nice to me. Like, I just remember bits coming home. The cab driver was so nice. I called the cab officer the next day and I just said, oh, can I speak to him? I just want to personally thank him, and I got him flowers because he was so nice. All I remember is he helped me unlock the door, as by then I was starting to be able to walk, which is quite strange actually because I could walk, but going up the stairs lifting my knees up, that was a big no-no, so I passed it on my sofa. The cab driver was so nice. He helped me put the key in the door, turn it for me, and he took it and he gave it to me and he said, make sure you lock the door on the other side. So I locked the door on the other side. He said, okay, you're home, you're safe, that's all that matters. It's not nice to talk about, really. I woke up the next morning. There was odd times like in the day I couldn't feel my leg. It was really weird. It'd be like I couldn't feel my legs, then my stomach was cramping, and then sometimes like one of my arms weren't working right. Couldn't like tighten my fist sometimes. I called the nightclub and I said, oh my god, what happened to me? They explained, yeah, you were definitely spiked. You were like, we saw you. You only had like a couple of drinks and then you were gone, and you said you couldn't feel your legs and you were scared. We saw these men that were like gathering by your table. These guys were very dodgy. They were so sketchy. I'm just so glad that night they didn't get away with it and they fled. So after a week, I felt totally fine again, but for the whole week it was just stomach cramp, and sometimes I would just sleep a lot. So guys, that was my story of when I got spiked. I want you guys to take that in. That's why I'm not my crazy self or anything, because this is a really serious problem and it still happens. And now the bars are reopening on June. This piece of I know that these bastards out there are gonna really have a good old time. There's gonna be a big boom. Date raping, drugs and everything like that. No matter how old you are, no matter who you are, there are sick bastards out there. It could be men, it could be women. My advice to you is, not from a professional person, it's from someone who's terrified of getting spiked ever again. You never drink from a glass, always from a bottle. Always keep the thumb on the top of the bottle and have a straw, because they can't put anything for a straw. Ever, ever, ever leave your drink unattended. Get your mate to watch it, and if you think there's anyone suspicious near you walking around that drink, move. Don't touch that drink. Just go and get another one and move to another table. There's nothing wrong with you saying, if someone is kind of making you feel nervous, you just say, they're making me feel nervous and it looks a bit odd that they're going near my drink constantly, or they're looking over my drink. Another thing is, if you feel odd, just go in the toilets, go in a cubicle and call out for a bouncer and say, I need your help, I think I've been spiked, and they will help you straight away. Don't think they're going to ignore you. If you've been spiked, you've been spiked. It's just a prick that thinks it's alright to do that to you. And also guys, dudes can get spiked as well. Dudes can, I know loads of dudes that's been spiked before. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that story time, but also took a lesson from it, and look out for each other and look after yourself. And if you think your friend is acting a little bit strange and getting a little bit out of it more quicker than they normally would, just get help, because they could be spiked and there could be people watching them. Guy or a girl, can be either. There's sick people out there. But yeah, so that was a story of when I got spiked, and the reason why I wanted to see if you guys wanted that is because I kind of want you to learn from this. Please don't let anyone just buy you a random drink and let them pass it to you. If you do get a guy that wants to buy you a drink, that's very nice of them. Just make sure you see the barmaid making the drink for you and let her pass it to you. Not all of them obviously have bad, cruel intentions. I hope you enjoyed that. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I want you to learn from it, and I want you to learn to be very aware but still have fun. Anyway guys, I'm gonna love you and I'm gonna leave you. Stay safe, stay healthy, have fun, but be safe at the same time. You can have a dodged night out but still be safe at the same time and come home alive. Trust me, I've done it. And I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the new subscribers that are coming in. It's just been amazing, and you guys have been really kind, and you guys know that I've been going through like a bit of a pooey time right now, and I get so many messages on Instagram. It's been amazing that like everyone's positive on this channel, no one's ever negative, and it's just so bloody damn nice. And I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.